Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of Kit Conspiracy. This is day 1 of week 4 using our kit from Arden Creative Studios, which is called Hidden Creek. And it is the new one by Katie Petite. And then I've got some acrylic pieces from MK's shop, some assemblage required. I've got these eagles and that bridge. These are awesome acrylic pieces that are printed on their dye sublimation over, so it's you get full color and everything on an acrylic piece. It's really cool. So, and MK does these by hand, you guys. They're really awesome. So anyway, I am using those because when we were on our walk at the Alaska Rainforest Sanctuary, we saw this eagle on the railing of the walkway, and as you can see, I am pretty close to him. It looks like I'm closer than I actually am, but from the perspective my husband took the picture, I am actually looking very close. But it was really cool because we got to see him fairly close, and then we also got to see him as he turned his head and he looked at us, and then he flew away and he flew across the waterway and landed on the other side. So I have a video of him doing the flying, and I'm going to do a QR code on my layout for that so that I'll always have that. I might have some other video from that particular walk, and I'll probably just include that as well, so that you can kind of get an overview of anything that we videoed on that walk. So I do have the dies from the same, actually the dies are not from the same set. They are from Arden Creative Studios, but they call them something else. I don't remember the name, and I don't have the packaging in front of me. They are actually packed for a crop right now that I'm leaving for in the morning. And so anyway, they were in my kit share yesterday because we decided to throw them in our kits. But there are 2 sets of dies. One is these fern looking ones, and then the other are the kind of the reed looking ones. I guess they're reed, I have no idea. The more grassy looking ones. So I die cut a bunch of those in black, kind of going with the silhouette type of a theme. And then I am going to put them in my media box here. I'm going to spray them with a little bit of Dilutions, Vibrant Turquoise, and Dirty Martini shimmer spray. Now my Vibrant Turquoise sprayed a couple of times, but then it quickly stopped spraying, and my Dirty Martini isn't spraying at all. They both probably need to be cleaned. I haven't used them in ages. And so I am just splattering on to my pieces so that it has a little bit of interest in it, and it's not just a solid black. It's not full coverage or anything like that, which is totally fine. I'm okay with that. I just like the way that it looks. It gives a little added sparkle. So I'm going to let those dry. I'm going to set it off to the side. Oh, I did bundle them up a lot closer together and sprinkle a little bit more because I felt like I was getting more on the paper towels than I was on the actual die cut images. So yeah, I just moved them closer together, so hopefully more of the ink will get on to the actual die cut images. So I'm going to set those aside and let them dry while I work on positioning some of the things in my layout. And I am going to create a cluster up here at the top left hand corner. I'm not sure why, just for some balance, I guess. And so that eagle doesn't look all by himself up in that corner. And then I am just trying to figure out exactly what I want to put. I thought I might bring in these 2 wax seals. These are also from MK. I think one was from the advent calendar, and then the other one, I'm not sure which box it came in, but it probably came in one of the monthly boxes. So they don't end up making it on this layout, but spoiler alert, they will get used with this collection later in the week that we are this week. So yeah, you can keep an eye out for that. They're just not going to make it on this one. And I wasn't going to use that sitting bird that's up at the top. I actually had put him away and then pulled him back out and decided to go ahead and use them. I don't see bald eagles a ton. We do have them in California, just not the part of California that I'm in. And so I thought, why why save this? Like, I should just use it, because what are the odds I'm going to be seeing another bald eagle right away? Probably pretty slim. And so I'm going to go ahead and put them all on here. I also put that bridge on there. I thought the bridge was really cute. I love that it brought in more of the brown tones that are in the eagles. So it kind of just makes sure I wander down the page looking from the, if you follow the embellishments down the page and through the pictures. And I think that looks really cool. And I'm really happy with the way that it came out. My little QR code is not printed yet. But when I print it, it's probably going to go next to the bridge, just above that blue ticket that I'm going to attach to the blue to the bridge. So there's going to be a little like L shape there, and that's where I'm going to end up tucking that in case you're interested in knowing where I would put my QR code. I could also put it above the brown ticket, but I really don't want to cover up any more of the bird, and I feel like it'd be kind of falling off the page if I put it to the right, so I decided I'm just going to put it at the bottom, and I like that. Now I'm just trying to figure out exactly where to put these black sprigs that are kind of sparkly. I know I want one at least in each one of my clusters, but probably more than one, so I'm just playing with my clusters and figuring that out. I thought it was kind of interesting, one of those leaves, the leaf sets or die cut pieces in the upper right hand corner has one of the leaves that's kind of cut off, and so I put that so it's kind of right up to the edge of the paper, because I thought it was kind of weird that it's like a straight cut. I'm sure you find that in nature and stuff, but it just felt very I don't know, it felt like I took the scissors and cut it off, but I didn't, because it has that white border around it. Anyway, a little bit odd. Also do like that the laser cut elements, which I didn't end up using on this page, but they are double-sided, so you can put them facing whichever direction that you want. All of the pieces that I'm using are actually from the ephemera pack. I didn't end up using the die cut ones on this layout, but I will be using them later in the week. So, I think I ended up using a little bit of everything, including the rub-ons, so I'm really happy with the way that this came out. I am going to use a little bit of dimensional foam tape underneath that blue ticket, just so that it has a little bit of support. I also used it under this brown one, just because with the bundle of leaves there, I didn't want a bump in the middle. And then I did distress my tickets, and that little round thing that I just put on my desk is just a little desktop vacuum that picks up all of the paper dandruff from all of my distressing. So I did that as well. I really like the look of the distressing. I am going to put a little label up here in the corner, and that is going to give me a place just to write a little note. These are definitely not the only photos from this. I've been documenting this rainforest sanctuary for a little bit now, and I've got little spots on each of the pages to do a little bit of writing, so I don't feel like I need a ton of room. And then I could also just do a little writing underneath that bottom photo. Lastly, I'm just going to mark it off with a little sketchy line around the frame of the page and call it done. Don't forget to go check out what MK is doing on her channel today using this same collection. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, I hope that you'd give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you spending time with me today, and I will be back again Friday with another layout, so come back and check that out. I think I have one every day from Friday until next Monday. So yeah, 4 more layouts with this one. This is the one I used the most, so that's kind of cool. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys again soon. Bye bye.